Bum 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 bum. Oh, hi. Didn't even see you there. My name is Zachary Spadafora. You might recognize me from such pieces as English class, or maybe even you've seen me at math class, or maybe you're one of the lucky guys and gals who's seen me in history class, or maybe you're one of the unlucky few who gets to see me in the hallways. Why you're unlucky? Because you don't get to spend as much time with me. Now, the network asked me to do this informational PowerPoint video. It's not a PowerPoint video. This is just an informational public message to you. Now, the issue we're going to be discussing in today's personal message is illiteracy. There are kids all across America and Canada, which is where we live, and that's what I'm supposed to be talking about, that are illiterate. They can't read simple books like this. Come. Take a walk. So, like I said, there are thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of illiterate children scattered across our United Provinces of Canada. Take little Timmy here, for instance. What book you reading there, little scamp?
I don't know how to read the title.
Doesn't that just break your heart? He's so illiterate, he can't even read the title. At least you're trying to read the inside, little guy. You stuck on a word? What word?
Eve?
Well, little Timmy, I can't say I've ever seen that word before, but I'll tell you what the problem is. This book is in Mexican. We don't read Mexican books in Canada.
That makes sense, sir.
What a silly little guy. He didn't even know that book was in Mexican. Oh, you guys are just always sneaking up on me. So, now that you found out that your child might be illiterate, just like the thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands across Canada and America, you might be wondering, well, what do I do about that? All I have to say is that it's your problem. But once you do fix that problem, I suggest they read The Son of Neptune by Rick Riordan. And Percy Jackson, he taught me a lot in this book. He taught me a whole bunch of stuff. Now, you see, Percy over here, he's a nice guy, but his heritage, as some of you may know what that word means, it's the background of where your family comes from, is Greek. And he was thrown into a society of Roman people in this book. So obviously they mistreated him because he was Greek, and he did very different things. But was that right? No, not at all. So Percy taught me to stand up even when adversity is punching you in the face, and that you can do anything as long as you're good looking, powerful, good with a sword, and you can control water just with your mind. You're thinking to yourself, yeah, maybe the main character, Percy Jackson, can overcome the faces of adversity just because he's talented in all those ways. But think about it, so are you folks at home. You guys can do anything you want. For instance, Percy has a pen that can turn into a sword. Well, if you look at this, I'm just a regular old guy. I'm just your old classmate, your good old friend. But look at this. I have a pen, and boom, all of a sudden it transformed into a sword. Now you might be wondering, why do you have a sword? Isn't that for 6-year-olds? Well, let me tell you, one time I was 6. And now you might be saying, well, what else? Percy Jackson can control water. Well, let me show you guys something. I'm the one who put the water in this cup. I certainly controlled it there. And I can pour it all over this sword, but I shouldn't, because then it gets my pants wet. I can drink it, but I don't want to because it's warm. And I can make it go down my throat, or I can even... I can spit it back in. I can do anything I want with the water. I can even swoosh it around. So you kids can see, if you put your mind to it and become non-illiterate and read and get smart, you too can also become like Percy Jackson and overcome the faces of adversity. Thank you for letting me share my project with you.